Good morning to everyone. Thank you for joining in. Today we will do 2 readings. I have sent the readings yesterday to you. Today we will check them together and see if you have any mistakes. So first reading will be about buying nothing. Second one about work-life balance. And third one is your favorite. We will do test master. From there you will do test 2. Last lesson we did test 1. So we will continue with working with your vocabulary. So could you please open your first reading, the Buy Nothing movement. This one. Your task was here to read the text and answer to questions that is after the reading. But this part, preparation task, should have been done before the reading. So we will check this one first. Can you put plus if you have done the reading? Okay, perfect. So were these words familiar for you? They were easy, right, to understand? Okay, great. So what is overconsumption? Which letter does it come? Exactly, it is G, using too much of something. Right? What about disposable? Exactly. It's like plastic bottles, right? When you buy water, you drink what is inside, but the bottle itself can be reused. Okay, consumerism. Exactly, it's E. Next, to bombard of. Great. This one a good word to know. To spring up. The right to appear. Landfill site. Great. Overspending. F. Right, and an influencer is H. Okay, great. Now I have a question to you guys. Do you ever find yourself in a position where you feel like you are overspending or you buy something that you don't need? Yes, in most cases it happens, right? So do you agree with the reading? Do you think that we should have such movements of not buying? We will have the groups where they influence people not to buy anything. For example, in the reading, they didn't buy anything for a year. Do you think it's important? Was it a good decision? Okay, would you try such thing? You will buy no clothes, no extra thing, all you will buy is food. Of course, you wouldn't stay that long. You cannot handle. Of course, it will be hard, but these girls, they saved quite a lot of money. Okay, now we will answer to the questions one by one, but you have to also tell me where did you find the answer. I will highlight it in the text because in the exam you have to highlight the part where you found the answer from. So let's start. True, false questions. People buy clothes because they want to throw them away. Is it true or false? Exactly, it is false. And let's go back to the text. And could you tell me where did you find the answer? Okay, in the first paragraph. Over here, clothes that they can be treated like disposable items, worn 2-3 times and then thrown away. Okay, good one. It's in the second sentence. Great. So only disposable ones are reused. So the people are not buying exactly the clothes, then to throw them away. Okay, next one. The writer thinks it's worrying that people spend money on things they don't need. Is it worrying? Exactly, it is true. Now, could you tell me the answer where he says? In the second paragraph. Okay. Exactly, second sentence here. That might not sound like much, but the figure hides too far from worrying. This one. Perfect. Next one. The amount the average Briton owes on credit cards is 1/3 of the amount they spend on clothes each year. That's quite fascinating. Okay, you unanimously agree that it is false, and it is false. Now find it in the text and tell me. Exactly, that's 66% on the average wardrobe budget. And they are spending actually the money that they don't have. Good one. Next, only a very small proportion of unwanted clothes are thrown away. Number 4, is it true or false? Great, it's false again. Here says very small amount, but where does it say they throw away the huge amount? Still, where does it say? I think here on Buy Nothing Day, people organize various types of protests. Throughout the Nothing groups, organize exchange repair items on they already bought. Not here. I cannot see your messages, guys. Can you type again? Thank you, Mohammed Babur. Next one. Charities can find ways to use clothes even if they are not very good quality. Number 5. Great. Again, false. Now about charities. Where does it say that they find a way? About protests, really? Okay, the idea originated in Canada in the early 90s and then moved to USA where it became rejection of the overspending over consumption of Black Friday. You mean this? Good one. Buy Nothing This is a protest against credit cards. Is it a protest? What they are doing with credit cards? Exactly, it's again false. We have too many false. But it's a protest against what? Okay, it's here. What against what they protest? In this day, they cut off their credit cards, right? So they will protest not to buy anything. It's a protest against overconsumption. Okay, the two friends who did the buy nothing experiment only bought food for 12 months. Seven is true? Really? Let's go to two friends. The answer is here. It wasn't 12 months. It wasn't about only the food product experiment. Okay, next one. If everyone followed the buy nothing idea, the environment would benefit. Would it benefit? Of course it would benefit. It would also impact for the environment. And now this one, task to complete the sentence with words from the box. First one. Exactly, fashion. Second one. Great, away. Third one. Spending. Fourth. Perfect. Number 5. Hand, great. And number 6 is sides. Thank you for being active with this reading. You did a really, really good job. Now let's move to work, life, and balance. Were there any words that were unfamiliar to you? Was this reading harder than the buy nothing one? A little bit. Okay. You know what's idle chit-chat, right? What's the difference between chit-chat and idle chit-chat? Okay, it means when it's simple. It's like a normal one. It has no meaning. You just chat because you have nothing to do, basically. Yeah, you waste your time on irrelevant topics. Like some of you do in your essays. When you don't have an argument, you start with irrelevant topics. Okay, then I wanted to ask, what does mean concession? In the text, her boss gave her the concession. What does it mean concession? Это идти в уступку. Yep. And what does it mean freelancer? Okay, great. I think the other words are quite familiar to you. Now we can start. First one. Idle chit-chat is Exactly, it's H. Next one, maternity leave. Great, D. To bounce ideas off. It's not E. It's not. Exactly, it's J. To wear someone out. Fourth. Exactly, it is F. To clock in. Yeah, exactly, to record time. Next one, to make a concession. Perfect. To paid on a pro rata basis. Great. A freelancer. Great. Commute. A, and last one, to be left to your own devices. It is B. Well done, we are done with this part. And could you guys tell me the reading itself, was it understandable, the language? Okay, did it feel like in the same level as your Vice Lyceum test readings? Or was it easier, or was it harder? The same level? The same, even easier? Okay, that's good. Okay, in task 1, here you have to circle the best answer. Here I will not circle, I will put the ticks. But in the exam, if the examiner asks you to circle, you have to put a circles, okay? Okay, just not to confuse, I will use circles also. Okay, Ronan would prefer it if he could work from home and be judged based on the task performance. That's great. Now let's go back on a text. It says in the last sentence, right? It's frustrating that they feel the need to monitor what we do so closely instead of judging us based on our task. Next one, Jo wanted to reduce her working hours because she wanted to spend some time with her children. But did it happen? It didn't, right? Where does it say that she wanted to spend with her children more time? Exactly, in the first sentence. I decided that I wanted to spend more time. Next one. Jo is unhappy with her 3-day work because of what she's so unhappy. Okay, for third one, you have option C, D, A. Why is that different you have? Okay, those ones who have D, they are more correct. She doesn't have more deadlines to meet. She has the same, but she has the workload. Exactly, it hasn't been decreased. So could you tell me where it said that it hasn't been decreased? Over here, right? I have since noticed that nothing has been decreased. She's doing the same job, the same amount of work, but she's getting paid less. Number 4, in Marcus' opinion, which of these is a disadvantage of working from home? Again, you have different answers. 4 is C. You tend to work later. If you pick A, it doesn't make sense because you spend a lot of time in the house. If you are working from home, it means you do spend a lot of time in the house. So it's about tend to work later. So now can you show me where did you find the answer? Exactly, the last sentence starts with the downside is. Well, Lily, not like working from home. She found it lonely, or was it her family? Correct, girls. There were a lot of distractions for her. Where does it say that there was a lot of distraction? There were just too many distractions around housework I needed to doing. Great. And what solution did Lily find most suitable for her working needs? Number 6. Number 6. Okay. Option D is out, working for other freelancers, because it's not going to solve the problem actually. Yes, it is A. Renting an office space to work from. Let's go back, and here she said that she got an office over here. I decided to rent a desk. And it solved the problem. Okay, now true or false questions. Okay, Ronan's boss thinks his employees will not be as productive if they work from home. Is it true or false? It is true, isn't it? From home, you don't seem to be working, right? Okay, let's go to Ron and find me that sentence. Exactly, but my boss seemed not trusting. He thinks you don't work much, right? Next one, Ronan thinks that the performance of employees should be judged according to how much time they spend in the office. Does he think so? Really? Second one, Ron thinks the performance of us should be judged according to how much time they spend in the office. He said that it should be judged on the product, on what he's doing. The second one is false. You already marked it in the task 1 that he doesn't think so. Next one, Joe is paid the same for 5-day work as she's on a 3-day week. It's for her pay is much decreased. She says it's over here, but getting paid much less for it. Next one. Joe feels exhausted trying to manage both 5-day workload and childcare. Is it true? Fourth one. Exactly, it's true. Because she has to meet the deadlines. She's trying to juggle between work and children. It's quite hard for her. Next one, although Marcus sees the benefit in not having idle chit-chat, he misses interacting with his colleagues. Does he miss it? Yes, he's missing it. Now let's go back to Marcus. Where does he say that he's missing those chit-chats? It's here, right? And I sometimes miss sharing ideas with colleagues. The last sentence. And last question. Lily didn't like working from the cafe because the cafe wasn't very good. Exactly, it is false. Why it is false? Why didn't she like it? Because of what important thing? Because of the Wi-Fi, exactly. The connection was not as she wanted it to be. And she was drinking too much coffee somehow. Okay, guys, good job. Now we can move to the test. Do you see the test now? Yes, yes. Do you see it clearly or you? Okay, so. It's clear, right? Okay, if you have this book, then you can go on page 304 if you want to feel more comfort. Okay, let's start. Although I spoke to him many times, he never took any? Your answer? A or C? You cannot take any warning. It's impossible to say it's warning. Remark is either, because the translation will be meaningless, as it means замечание is. Okay, Abdurrahim, Jasmine, and Amina, you guys are correct. It is a notice. Well done. Okay, the house was sold for 60,000 pounds, which was far more than its real. Cost, sum, value, expense, or price. Here, don't look at the cost itself. Here, look at the, how to say, real worthness. Exactly, Abdurrahim is correct. Here, the word that you are looking for is worth. So here, the worth comes as a value here. Yeah, of course, believe in Abdurrahim. He will lead you today. Next one. This morning, drivers were warned of fog in all industrial areas. You know what's fog, right? Exactly. What kind of fogs you know? No, there is no such a deep fog. Okay, Irad and Sevinci are correct. The fogs can be thick only. Due to their thickness, you cannot see the road. Okay, next one. I can't find the scissors anywhere. What have you done? Oh, it's easy. Great. Next one. You couldn't any secrets even for an hour in that little town. Exactly, keep. The workers went on strike because they thought their wages were too little. No, there is no such thing as little. Yeah, it was low. Next one. They explore all the way to source of the river by boat. Number 7. Exactly, you travel. What do you do on a boat? You travel. When the bill came, he had to money from his brother to pay it. Thank you for not saying it's B. I would have ended the session right now. Because the company was doing more business, it was necessary to the factory. Number 9 is, what do you do with the factory when your business is going so well? Exactly, Sophia, you extend it. You cannot increase the factory, right? It's not a salary to increase. You extend it. Next one. The farmer had to wear heavy boots in the winter because the fields were so wet. So wet and exactly, moody. What does mean moody? It's kind of dirty, right? You think this one, right? All of you agree? Great. Very few scientists with completely new answers to the world's problems. 11. Yeah, they come up. Next one. When John in London, he went to see the House of Parliament. Good place. Exactly, you arrived to London. Next, he climbed up into the tree and picked all the fruit. You guys are good. I wasn't dead. I had cut myself until I saw the blood all over my hand. Disturbed. Oh, yeah, conscious. You weren't controlling yourself. Tropical diseases are comparatively in Britain. Exactly, it's rare. It doesn't happen often. If you want to telephone him, you will have to the number in the book. Exactly, you look up. She began to feel nervous when the train pulled up at the between Austria and Yugoslavia. 17. Exactly. 18. Margaret proudly showed her mother the toy cat she had in the competition. Great. He asked us if we would to share a room. Great. Students are expected to their classes regularly. 20. Exactly, you're asked to attend. Now, next one. Not many left. The charge by the lawyer for his service was unusually high. 21. Exactly, fee. He was pleased to have there to hear such a fine musician play his favorite piece of music. 22. Exactly, it's opportunity. You always please it to the opportunity, nothing else. She tried to his daughter of the dangers of spending more than she earned. It is directly related to our reading. 23. Exactly, see. Why have only 5 people so active but the rest sitting in silence? We had a marvelous holiday. Only the last 2 days were slightly by the weather. 24. You think it's ruined? No, there is a better word. Yes, spoiled is better word here for this occasion. Dearer electricity will mean bills for most families. Expensive. Dear electricity will mean expensive. No, it's not expensive bills for most families. It's heavy. Exactly, it's heavy. It's a burden for them to carry. These figures give a rough guide to the cost of your car. Running. It's like dealing with your car, having your car. It's like running a business. Okay, it was the longest film I have ever seen. It lasted 4 hours exactly. Next one. The information office at the station that all trains were running about an hour behind time. "29. Anne is so to succeed that I'm sure nothing will stop her." Now it's not C, definitely. Well done, it is determined. It takes 6 weeks to a man to do his job. It's good to know that. No, it's not guide, Abdurrahim. The girls know what to do exactly to train. Well done, Amina, Jasmine, and Sivara. On Sundays, the business center of the city was usually quiet. "31. You think it's D? It's not D. No, here, look from different perspective. Imagine that there is no one at all to buy anything. It's like empty. Exactly, it's like deserted. In today's paper, it that there will be a new government soon. States. Before you sign any important, pay careful to all the conditions. Exactly, attention. When I came through the customs at the airport, I had to pay. On the clock, I had a boat. Great. Next one. It was after dark when the two children were both on the safety crossing by a lorry. 35. A or B? Exactly, you're knocked down. Oh, okay. I got you. Next one. The rising of living it is hard on the country families as one city families. 36. The rising. Let's wait for one more different answer. Now we have B, C. Okay, the answer is cost. The rising cost of living. Here they are talking about the general amount needed. When it was time for our tickets to be, I couldn't find mine. Yeah, to be checked. Will you, my essay, please to find out whether I made any mistakes? You should know the answer here. Exactly, you look through the essay, read through. Next one, at the moment, my car is at the garage being made ready for a cross Europe. Journey. And last one, he asked an artist to some drawings to illustrate what he had written. No, here you don't show. Look, he asked an artist to some drawings to illustrate what he had written. Oh my God, you all have different answers. Okay, take a second, look at the question again and give me your final answer. It's definitely not A and it's definitely not D. Okay, now you have three options, B, E, C. I love the way you change your answers in a second without even thinking. It's D, to make some drawings to illustrate. Okay, congratulations. We have finished today our task. We did 2 readings and the test, and you are amazing at it. At next lesson, we will do next one, test 3, and probably test 4. Not all the questions, but half to half. Your homework will be reading that I will send today. You will do them and you will send me your answers today by 6 o'clock. And I will see you on Monday at 11 o'clock again. Okay? I will write down everything on your group chat because I know that you will not, like you didn't understand now. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, your schedule. Yeah, due to your schedule, it's on Tuesday. Yes, I will send the documents, edited versions of readings with answers to your groups and to you personally. But the readings that I will send today as a homework must be sent till today at 6 o'clock. After, I will not mark. Because you cannot do one reading for days. Okay, all clear? Okay, great. Then I will see you on Tuesday. Well, I will hear your voice on Tuesday at 11 o'clock. Do not forget to do your homework. And have a nice day. Save yourself, stay at home.